Why is Brandon avoiding me? Money. I feel like he's having money issues right now, okay? I don't know if you guys usually, like, you can't think of things to do, or if you guys don't just kind of hang out in places, but he's going through some things that have to do with money right now. Carmen Frank gonna date soon. Yes. One of these people are like in their head big time though about this, okay? I can't tell which energy this is. Maybe it's a little bit of both of them. They do wind up dating. I feel like I'm having trouble with my words too. Like, I don't know how to get to that point, or maybe ask. Okay, so this may be the male energy in that. Is Jesse dating someone? I see them. I don't want to say dating because I don't think they view it as dating. Okay, I do think they're hanging out and getting to know people. But I'm almost feeling like they're not really feeling anybody. You know, like it's just kind of like they're spinning there, having something to do. Did Jonathan ask me to be his girlfriend in one of the letters? This feels like it was not nearly that direct, okay? I think they may have poured some things out to you, but it wasn't direct. But yes, that's what they were getting to. I don't think they knew how to say it outright, okay? They kind of like, you know, they beat around the bush, okay? It's like they beat around the bush. They didn't know how to say it, but they let their feelings out. But yes, ultimately that is what they were getting at. Hi, AW. Thank you, Unavailable. It's got number 2 gifter badge. Thank you so much. Casey, will Assam be re-exposed for being... Oh, Lord. A pedophile this year. Yes. That feels like it's been a struggle. Thank you so much, AW. Thank you, Ty. Yes, they will. This is literally somebody calling out, okay? Him attempting to leave as well. So I don't know who this person is. Him attempting to leave and getting all caught up. And he winds up in a fight. And the person does step up and let them know what happened. So I do feel like that's going to happen. Oh, you're welcome, Cassiopeia. That's a cute name. I love that. What are Chuck's intentions, Yvette? All positive. They feel very positive, actually. Whoever this person is really trying to get to know you. They also want to help carry some of the weight of the things that you're carrying, okay? I don't know what you're going through or if you ask for some help, okay? This is actually feeling like you've been asking for this sort of blessing, somebody to come in and help you with some things. That is literally their purpose, all right? They're coming in to help relieve you of some of your burden. Does Anthony think about me? Just Tiffany. At times, yeah, they do. I do feel like there was a lot may have happened in the relationship because I'm seeing a lot of like dark cards. I'm also feeling like confused, almost as if it's like when I think of you, it's like I'm trying to convince myself not to think of you. So they may be in a stage right now where they're still trying to get over you, but sometimes their mind wanders to you, okay? But I do feel like you guys went through some things. Was Omar serious when he mentioned marriage? Yes, but don't allow this to be a back and forth, okay? I don't know if you didn't respond when he talked about it in a way that he was hoping for, because that I'm feeling like that may have given him second thoughts. Maybe you didn't think he was serious, so the way that you responded wasn't like, oh my God, you know. You just kind of played it off. I think he was expecting you to be excited. He was just kind of testing the waters, okay? So just be mindful about that. Honestly, I would double back, and if you guys have been talking about it and he was talking about it, I would just like double back and show some excitement about it, that he's ready for that phase, okay? I do feel like I hate to say it, it's a little bit of a test, okay? What is the connection between Yuji and I? I almost feel out of breath. I think that this person, I don't know, may give you energy. You know how you find somebody very attractive, so it's like, oh, like they just light you up, right? But everything else after that is very negative. All right. So I do feel like they give you that feeling. You need to be patient. Someone else is coming along. But this feels like somebody that's actually meant to shake things up. Okay. So I do think they're going to shake things up in your life, in your world. Things are going to start going a little haywire. Okay. Izzy, does Roman have good intentions for me? They do. Roman right now, though, I'm going to tell you, they start off with good intentions, okay? But they very much get in their head. This is like self-sabotaging energy. They do not do it on purpose, okay? So I do feel like maybe small little arguments will starting here and there. Pay attention to that sign, because that's a sign, okay? That something else is happening. They're getting in their head. If you can have clear, honest communication and call it out when it's happening, you can actually serve them very well, okay? You can help them, and I think they would be good for you. Are me and Daniel done, Melissa? Yes. This literally, the tower is coming up. A lot of change has happened throughout it. I'm feeling like you're kind of going back and forth kind of in your head. He's definitely in their head, okay? So I do. It's almost too like you've been weighing your options. So again, that's the back and forth. It really is time for you to, it's time for you to let that go. I think you've been almost contemplating for too long. And as you've been contemplating, more things keep happening. You're asking spirit for signs, you're getting signs, but then you stay in contemplation, okay? Will I meet a guy this year? Ashley Hunter. Yes, there's something, this person that you're going to meet, though, has a very specific person and, very specific purpose in helping you change, okay? I actually feel that they're going to be like the opposite of you, okay? So in other words, if you're the type of person, maybe you go from 0 to 100 real quick, right? Maybe you get triggered for things. This person's going to have a very calm energy, okay? Very much opposite. Do I have a future with KS? Hey, Beauty by Brene. Yes. I do feel like they may have to cut something off first, okay? The future is showing up here, but after something is cut off. So they may have to cut something off first. This doesn't feel like a super serious relationship. It just feels like more like I need to set clear boundaries with someone, okay, that tends to kind of interfere in what I have going on, all right? And if they can do that, then the relationship does go well. I do see that person gets a little nasty, so just be aware of that and how you handle it, okay? I'm gonna be honest, that could be like a baby mom, could be a mother, just their mother who maybe, that's my example of the energy, their mother who may be very like in their business, and it's someone like that, but it does feel feminine, okay? Well, I have a baby, Christine. Yes, you do. And actually, I'm gonna be very honest, I'm gonna say 2 to 6 months. All right, I feel like you may find out you're pregnant if that's what you're working towards. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle my cards real quick, okay? Now I am making sure, and thank you all for being here. I just realized there's 136 people in here. I am trying to make sure as we move on to my subscribers kind of get first dibs, so their questions get answered first, okay? So when I see a subscriber come up, hi, Demi. When I see a subscriber come up, they're going to get their questions answered, okay? You guys are welcome to subscribe as well. Give me a follow if you'd like to, if you like getting free readings. I do these on almost every day, okay? I do take time off. I'm a stay-at-home mom. My daughter is homeschooled, so, I'm going to be very honest. My family comes first. My business comes second. So my private bookings are going to be next after that. So I'm going to take care of my private bookings, which you can do by the link in my bio. And then I go live, okay? I don't get paid much by TikTok. All right, that should be good. Anitra, will KH propose to me? You know what? This energy feels like they're thinking about it. Like they're somewhere in contemplation thinking about it, but I do feel like they are still maybe hung up on someone from their past, okay? This is the energy of like someone got away, all right? So, and I feel like there's a little bit of comparison here. Like I'm comparing you to the person that got away. Just be mindful of that, okay? Be very mindful of that, because that energy feels like if that person were to pop back up, it'd be like, see ya. That's what I've been waiting for, okay? Should I seek new employment at this time, CJ? Hi, CJ. Hey, yeah, it's me. Yeah. Listen, I think you want to cut this off because you feel the energy that's around you right now, okay? The energy just feels very nasty. I feel like you're not getting a heads up. I feel like you've been stuck I think you've poured a lot into the job, okay? And that's, I think maybe you're thinking like you're in your head. You're not in your head. You've poured a lot into the job. For whatever reason, I don't feel like they're giving you a break, like a leg up. You understand? I don't feel like there's anybody fighting for you in rooms that you're not in. Okay, so I do think at this time it might be best. Don't not have a plan. Have a plan. Take your time. Start moving out. Make sure you have something else lined up. But I do think you would do better off somewhere else. Okay. Is Willie gonna ask me to be his girlfriend? Yes, they are. Okay. I also see, I don't know, this may come very close to this person also asking to move in or you moving in with them, okay? I see things moving very quickly, just so you know. Is Marquise truly my soulmate? They are one of your soulmates, yes, but this feels like they're there to help change something in you, okay? This, and I'm going to be very honest, this may end not the greatest, okay? This is the soul contract. This is the Hierophant. Like, they're here to change something in you, all right? And I do feel like when they leave, you're going to feel like they left you with so much weight on your shoulders, but that was their purpose, okay? Thank you for the follow, Nisha. The position that I'm in my life, is it right for me? Sorry. Yes, I do know that you're carrying a lot. Okay, Spirit is showing me that. I also feel like there may be a few things happening with money right now. Okay, I'm not going to go into those things. But yes, this is where you're meant to be. It's almost like you're being made to play the fool. That's the energy I feel. Like, I feel silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm being played right now. Okay, that's the situation I feel like I'm in. Like, I'm being played. I feel like things could be better. But this is actually so you can birth something new. Okay, you're going through this for a reason. Monse, will the work environment be better for me for the coming school year? I feel like it's going to be tough, right? But it can get better. I want you to make sure you're surrounding yourself by the right people and be patient, okay? Also, I don't know which school that you're going to, but again, when I say surround yourself by people, I mean do it intentionally. If there's a club you can join, right? An extracurricular, something of that nature, you need to join it, because I do feel like you kind of get, you seclude yourself. Like, I'm feeling the energy of like not really wanting to be around a lot of people, just trying to focus on school. I actually think that it's good for you to be around other people, okay? And have people that are looking out for you. Will things change in marriage? That was for Bossy, I think it said. It's moving in a direction. Yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of back and forth. The Hermit comes up as well. One of you is the energy I feel is like one of you wants to go out and be out in the world and do things and have fun, and the other one is just like, I just want to stay at home. Okay, so right now it feels like the energies are mismatched. You're gonna have to meet each other in the middle. Okay, 100%. You're gonna have to meet each other in the middle. Okay, am I 19 weeks pregnant? Oh. My 19 weeks pregnant, will my baby be healthy and give birth full term? Yes. What I'm going to say is this. Yes, I do feel like full term. Full term, I think, though, is from 35 to 30, whatever it is. So I do think you have a little bit wider of a window there. So I'm going to say yes, full term. I am going to say I do feel like just be careful of the baby's health. Okay. I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to call it into existence. I want you to be worried of the baby's health. Make sure they get fully checked out. But I do feel like the baby's born. I just feel like there's something happening after that, okay? Princess, will I see my ex-husband? Thank you, Cammie. See my ex-husband tomorrow. Man, if your ex-husband has the energy of the devil, because my devil came up and it has you moving towards that direction, whoever you're going to see tomorrow does not have good energy, okay? The energy feels very manipulative. So if this is your husband, then yes, you're going to see them tomorrow. I apologize if you guys have a good relationship and I just said that, but that is definitely what the cards show me. Jen, will Jesse reach out soon? It takes time. Yeah, I do feel like they're sitting, with themselves right now and trying to figure some things out. But in time, they do reach out. I do feel like there's something you need to hash out though when they reach out. Okay, there's a conversation that needs to be had. I've been without a job for 5 months. Will I have a job soon? You need to change the things that you're looking for. Not just that you're looking for. Like I don't know what, I think that not having a job and applying for things, like there's this sense of self of like, I'm never going to find anything. I think you've already got into this kind of dark place with it, okay? And almost a sense of like, I want to give up, which I understand it's been some time. You do find a job, okay? You need to start moving things around. I think you need to change the way that you're looking for a job. This could be I'm going to be honest, this feels like it's your resume. It's something in your resume. I don't know how it's worded. I don't know if you did your resume or had someone help you. I'm going to highly suggest you, if you can, you find someone online or some examples. I feel like it needs to be worded differently. You are not giving yourself the respect. You're not giving yourself the right attributes. I almost feel like you kind of like the things that you've done, you didn't paint them as if you were the stuff. You understand? You didn't paint them in the way that it's like, oh, this girl really got some stuff done. You painted it very simply. And I think you need to have a little more confidence in the way that you speak about yourself. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. You have to represent yourself and use the right wording, the smart wording. I don't care if you were a janitor. Okay. The way that it's worded, if I read it, it's going to say janitorial service, but the way it's worded, I'm going to think you was running. You understand? I'm going to think you were running some things in that janitorial. That's what I mean by wording, okay? Thank you, Cammie, for subscribing. I'm at my ooh, it went so fast. Just gonna go back to it. I'm so sorry. We're moving kind of fast now, y'all. It's 1:40. Rocky, is this man LA really in love, or is this a soul tie? Okay, he is definitely drinking the juice. Yes, this is a soul tie, right? That doesn't mean he's not in love just because he's a soul tie. This is, I do feel like somebody you may have come in contact with in a previous life. Okay, so I'm gonna say yes because I see that there. All right, I do feel like it's a wheel of fortune. Okay, that's the best I can say it. The energy around him feels like, I don't know what I'm going to get. It really depends on his mood and how he's feeling today. You know, on one hand, he's a fighter. On the other hand, he's a lover. That's what I'm going to tell you. All right. But I do feel like what he says, he means. Okay. Will me and Dewan end up in a relationship? Justice for Corvante. Yes. Yes, you're going to have to move. There's some things that's going to need to be moved around, okay? And I do feel like he is almost looking for signs because I do think he has options, all right? So whatever space he's in right now, he may be entertaining other people or talking to other people. But I'm feeling other women around, okay? This could be if he has kids with other women. I just feel like there's other women here who are options, valid options that I know that I can go back to or be with, okay? So just be aware of that. I do think, though, if you move some things around, I hate to say this, but like be his piece, I feel like he's going to be more drawn to you because I do feel like the other people that are around him are very dramatic, okay? Will I hear from my ex-boyfriend soon? Martinique. No, I don't. This person feels like they are gone. Okay, they're gone and they're almost taking on a new persona. All right, I think the role with that person was very difficult, and I think they've gotten to a place where they really are okay with moving on. So I do feel like they have moved on at this time. Okay, I need to shuffle. All right, guys, if you just came in the room, I'm shuffling right now, so just give me a minute. If you just came in the room, also I need to look for people that. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Kim. Kim cutting up. If it's okay, I'm going to make you, I don't know if you're going to be in here the whole time, but I'm going to go ahead and make you my moderator, okay? Just because you've been in here quite a few times. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, AW. All right, let me shuffle. Guys, if you're new here, please give me a follow. That would be great. My subscribers have first dibs kind of on the questions, okay? So I do revert my eyes to their questions when I see them coming up. My subscribers, second tier, also get their own live every Friday is what I'm trying to do, but at least once a week if I can't do Friday, okay? If you're looking for a private reading and don't want to be read in front of 176 other people, the link is in my bio. You can book me for private readings. I also do some mediumship, but it is only if your family comes through doing a private reading, okay? That's just the best time for me to do it, okay? It's actually getting very difficult with me when I have so many people in the room. It's literally like I have a waiting room of people that have passed that want to come up and speak, okay? So it's hard for me to pull out your one person from that group. It used to be a lot easier, but I think I'm just getting a little tired. Okay, that should be good enough. Nicole, will I enjoy teaching this new course? Thank you, CJ. You will. I do feel like it gets a little difficult, okay? Almost like you're going to want to cut things out. It feels like a little much. And there's things in there that's like, why did they word it like this? But I think you do actually a really good job with that. I will say make sure that you get those things approved, okay? I feel like there needs to be approval from somewhere. Make sure that you get them approved, okay? Because I feel like that might backfire, even though you did a really good job doing that. Will I win my case? Miracle. Okay, you do wind up winning, Miracle, but I feel like there's something happening behind the scenes that makes me uncomfortable. Okay, I feel like somebody is trying to cut you off and keep you from winning, all right, but they do not succeed, okay? Be mindful of, if you start getting messages, calls, and things of that nature from like unknown numbers, I'm going to be honest, make sure that you're blocking them, but also I'm going to tell you, make sure you're kind of putting protections up, spiritual protections if you can, okay? If you're in prayer, I want you to stay in prayer during this time. You understand? I do feel like I don't know who you're in litigation against, but I feel like they're very backstabby and they kind of do things that they mess around with some things, okay? So I want you to protect yourself. Is the year going to be better? Will I stay at this place? Okay. The year does start looking up for you, to be honest. I do think there may be I think you might need to look at other places as time goes on, okay? Because I do feel like there's a little bit of a fight here. The place begins to change that you're in, okay? And I feel like something with money. I don't know if where you live costs a certain amount, but I do feel like the rent or whatever it costs may go up and kind of put you in a position, all right, over time. So yes, right now I think you're fine. And I do feel like the year is going to start looking up for you. Is my boyfriend faithful, Ashley? Okay, Ash, they're faithful, right? In terms of like being intimate with anyone, okay? I do see them they have a wandering eye, okay? I hope that makes sense. They're online, they're wandering. I also think they may have a addiction to other things, okay? But they're not with anybody else, okay? Have I met my husband if marriage is in my future? You have not met your husband, actually. After you cut this, I don't know if you're with a person right now, but there's the next person that comes in is meant to be cut off. Once you do that, I do think that you meet someone that you can be in a long-term marriage type of relationship with, okay? I think you start getting better options. Something about this person that comes next, they feel a little off to me, as if they have a little bit of a mental health issue, okay? Almost like anger issues. You know, I feel like they're getting very triggered. Even though you're not doing too much. So I don't know if that's who you're currently with or who's coming, okay? But this is somebody that's very close to you. So if you're not with them now, they're coming. Linda, will Altaric time Linda? I don't know what time means. I think that means call. Does that mean call or something? They're definitely, he's definitely, this is feeling like you may have let them go. I'm going to be honest. You need to be patient. This feels like what's the word I'm looking for? I feels like I'm too prideful. Okay. I don't know if you were the one to end it or why they feel like this. I'm too prideful. So at this current time, you can be patient. Maybe he'll come around, but right now he is very prideful. He's like, it won't be me. It will not be me. She needs to come and apologize. How does the guy I've been dating for the last 2 years truly feel about me? Oh, this energy is very good. Okay, the energy is very good. So just to note that I think they are really trying to put what they can into this relationship. Okay, I do feel like too over time this could result in them maybe proposing. I am gonna say be wary of them taking on too much. Okay, I actually feel like this person wants to show up and be the best. almost as if they are trying to get rid of some things that they've been through. I don't know if their father was fully in the picture or was present, but not really present in their life, if that makes sense. I feel like they're really trying to make the changes and show up in a way that they didn't have. Thank you, Haley. So just be careful they don't take on too much, okay? Thank you, Hogan. Amy, is my intuition correct about my friend wanting more, please? Amy, yes, it is. In time, I think they're going to come out and tell you, okay? But yes, my sun comes up, my time comes up. I think they're almost like working up the courage, okay? This feels like I'm waiting to pull the trigger. I don't know when the right time is. I don't know what I want to do. And I've been stumbling, you know, on how I'm going to change direction. Hey, Be the Queen. How have you been? Thank you, Nicole Diva. Will I move into my new house this year or next year? At least this year, next year. Oh, this feels like this year. I'm going to say probably late, a little later. Just because the two years later, I pulled them in two different things, and it's showing me a connection, okay? So I'm going to say maybe right before Christmas, like you're trying to make sure you're in the house before Christmas. I don't know if you have kids or you just want to have your Christmas in that house. So I'm going to say right before Christmas, and then I still see boxes being moved early January, okay? Thank you so much, Deb Van. That's the first gift you ever sent. I'm thankful that you chose me, honey. Thank you, Elle. Will I win the lottery or my financial situation improve before September? You know what's funny? I feel like you will win a lottery, but it's not for anything super significant. But you win. I'm going to tell you that whatever number you play, you know, let that be your number for a long time, okay? So it's like you have a win, but it's not enough to change the world. You understand? That's what I'm feeling. I'm also going to say, I hate to be the one to break this to you. Right now, the stage that you're in is you're paying back karma. Okay, I do feel like there's been some things that you've done purposefully that have maybe put some people in some bad positions or hurt some feelings here, and you're kind of repaying your karma. When you get through this cycle of repaying your karma, everything goes fantastic. All right, so just be very careful of the things that you do in this time. Be intentional with the things that you say, intentional with your actions. Don't bring anybody else into, your mess. Don't take things out on anybody. Do not build any more karma during this time. Let spirit take it back. Let God, make everything balanced again. And then you will actually be entering out of this stage and into a better stage, okay? Where things go very well. Will I pass my NCLEX? Yes, you do. You do. Be careful not to, after you pass or while you're taking the test, I don't know which point, but just be careful not to get so much in your head that you make mistakes. Also, it feels like not super on purpose, but almost like you've convinced yourself that you're going to make a mistake. Okay, so just be careful with that. Thank you, Linda. Sorry, I'm taking a real quick look to make sure I didn't have any. Oh, here we go. Will Stevens and I ever be in a relationship? Cammie. You'll be in a relationship. I actually feel like you're in what I would consider a relationship now. It's just without the proper title. Okay. So I feel like you're doing everything you would do in a relationship. You just don't have the title of relationship, right? Like girlfriend, boyfriend. Okay. So I call those situationships. Okay. That's the energy I'm feeling around it. Will you get the title? No. I think it would take a long time. They don't view things the way that you view things, okay? The values seem to be a little bit off. So you would have to really, I think there'd be some leveling of the playing field. So you're really going to have to talk to them and figure out where you both are where it comes to titles and what those things mean, okay? For them, it's the energy is like, I show up, I do the things that I need to do. That should be good enough. Sorry, there was another one under that, but it scrolled. So again, I'm just checking really quickly. I'm trying to get to as many people as possible. There is 193 people in the room. Thank you again for the gifts, but I also want to get to my subscribers, okay? Thank you. Will I be working with Yobani? I think that said. Yes, I see you celebrating soon. You will be. Okay. Will D and I reconcile our relationship? The energy around this and the cards are telling me this feels very heavy. Okay, I don't know what happened, but I feel like even if things resolve, it's already transitioned the relationship into a different space. Okay, it's like I feel like I'm no longer having fun. The spark that was there in the beginning is no longer there, and I now look at you different. Okay, and it's hard for me to see you any other way. So I don't know what they may have done, but I feel like they have changed the perception. Okay, and I don't think that part is gonna change. Okay. Thank you guys for the gifts. Ashley, does Jessica miss me? Yeah, you get in their head a lot. I'm gonna say be patient. Why do you want to be patient, Spirit? Be patient. I think if they haven't reached out, I do think they're gonna reach out at some point. This feels like a text message, something written, okay, before they call. So they may reach out. I don't know if your birthday or some sort of. I do feel like there's something getting ready to happen where they may reach out. Where it makes sense for them to reach out. A birthday, an anniversary, something is happening or getting ready to happen. I feel like they reach out around that time. Okay. Will Judd come around soon? And Cammie, I see your question, honey. I'm going to try to get to it. Yes, Judd is coming around soon. Okay, this feels like 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say this may be 4 days. I was getting ready to say 4 months. This may be in 4 days. Okay. Sorry, I got to get back to Cammie. If I can. Sorry to never been moderated. Try looking up my duties. All right, no problem. If you can, it's perfectly fine. If you can pin subscribers so I can see them, because they're getting lost in the comments. And while you're pinning, I will get to as many other people as possible as well, so I can answer as many new people questions as possible. Okay. It makes it so I don't have to scroll through to find them. Thank you so much for being my moderator. Linda, will I find the money to pay my debts? Yeah, there's some things you're going to have to cut off, okay? And I'm going to be really honest. I feel like this is a thing where I'm taking money from here and putting it over here. It's going to take some time, okay? But I do feel like you're kind of moving things around. You're going to have to get creative, all right? Because I feel like the money's not there. I'm going to tell I'm going to tell you all, actually, while I shuffle my cards, because I need to reshuffle them. I'm going to tell you guys something that I think will help change your life when it comes to money, okay? Whatever your floor is, whatever your ceiling is, you need to start making your floor. Here's what that means. If you go by, let's say you get paid every week, if before that next paycheck, you only have $50 in your account, that becomes that $50, if that's whatever the brokest you are, okay, that can't be your floor anymore. You need to make your floor your current ceiling, okay? Here's what I mean. If at the end of that week, you're about to get paid again, if the most money that you can keep in your bank account at one time is $100, you pay bills, you do everything you have to do, I'm left with $100, that's all I have. That ceiling becomes your floor. When you have $100 in your account, that's it, you're broke. Nobody can ask you for money, you can't go out to do anything, you can't, and then you keep changing that amount, okay? So then in next month, whatever your ceiling is becomes your floor. So next month is $200. That becomes your floor. Whenever you're at $200 in your bank account, you're broke. And that's what you tell everybody. I can't go out. I'm broke. I can't buy anything else. I'm broke. I only got $200. Don't tell them how much you got. I'm broke. Dead broke. I don't have a dime. Okay. You keep doing that as much as you can. You get extra money in. It goes in the account. That ceiling is now your floor. That is when you say, I am broke, and you don't do anything else. You tell yourself you're broke. You can't do anything else. I promise you, over time, because this is what I've been doing, over time, you're going to find yourself, money's just going to be flowing into you, because God doesn't want you in lack, okay? God does not want you struggling, I promise you. But if you are doing things to make yourself struggle, he's not going to fight against you. You got freedom of choice. You understand? But if you're like, listen, I need money to be flowing to me. I don't ever want to be broke. and then you start telling people you're broke, I need money, I'm waiting for some money to come in. Money, I promise you, money will start coming in. My floor, I was at a place where I was pawning jewelry to put gas in my car. Okay, I started doing that. And I am not trying to, but outside of reading and everything else, my floor is in the 3, 4, 5 digits. All right, I tell everybody I'm broke, I don't have it. Okay, so just make sure that you're doing that. It really helps. Okay, will my significant other be around for a long time? Thank you, Annie. There's a little back and forth here, but yes, I see you writing out to the end. Literally, my hermit card is like gone. Okay, so yes, I do. You're gonna ride out to the end. Michelle, am I going to lose the weight I want before the wedding? Yes, don't. You know what's funny is I feel like there's a point where you may try to sabotage yourself, and that changes. Like you literally get within the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks or so. Okay, and I do feel like it's almost like, oh my God, I did so good. Just be careful not to do that. Okay. And I also feel like you may be celebrating around that time and want to treat yourself. Be careful not to do that. Because I feel like it's going to be crazy. I feel like it's like you lost it all. And then just in like a couple weeks, everything changes. Will I receive money to pay off my vehicle this year? Something does happen. I think that you receive money, but I don't think that it's quite enough. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I do see it showing up. That's here, but I think it's not enough. But Spirit is saying be patient because more is coming in after that. All right. So I don't know if this is something that comes in that you thought you were going to get a lump sum and then it's then split into payments, because that's kind of what it's feeling like. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Thank you so much, Zaniqua. Thank you, Jojo. Tina, will I have any big changes? Oh, God. This year. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I see you, Michelita. Big change. I feel like you're gonna have a move. Okay. I'm sorry. I told you the pen, and I'm not looking at the pens. Terrible. It's so bad of me. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna fix it. And I miss Michelita's. Is my relationship going? My goodness. If you can pin another one for me, I'll make sure I read it. This is the 3rd house I've been told I've been approved for. Will this house be the one? I do see you trying to be very steadfast and move forward. Don't get in your head. I'm going to be honest. This is being guided by Spirit. I know that you're like, you really want it, but I actually think there's a reason that's like Spirit is guiding you in a direction. Is this one the one? It does not feel like it. So don't push. Okay. I really think I know you want it to happen, but don't push. Is the person I'm in a relationship with now meant to be my forever person? Thank you, Mary Bell. No, they're meant to help get you through something. I don't know if this person is a caregiver, like they really do take care, they get you gifts. I do feel like the energy of this person is their love language is acts of service. So I do feel like they're there to fulfill that for you and show you love in that way. But I don't feel like they're going to be there for long term. Okay. But they do have a purpose. So I regain the weeks before. Yes. So I want you, Michelita, to thank you. I want you to be careful because I do feel like all of a sudden you're going out. Maybe your friends are coming around and you're like, oh, I made the weight. And honestly, I think you're a little under. And then it's like, you know how you get bloated? That's what I'm feeling. And it's like, dang, you almost made it. So just be stern. Will my baby and I be in our house before the year is out? Yes. There's a lot of things you're gonna have to fight for. I feel like, okay, with this house, I don't know if, and I feel like you're fighting with the previous owners or something. Okay. I don't know if it's about things being fixed. That's the energy I'm feeling. I feel like you've had strength. There's been a bit of a fight, but yes, you do. Is Alvin over me? You know, I think they think of you. They're over you, but it's almost the sense of like, what if? Okay, so I do think they're gonna always kind of have that what if. What if things would have worked out? What if they weren't carrying so much? What if I would have understood? So, but I do think they're trying to move on. I also think they have a policy that they don't go backwards. Okay, so just keep that in mind. This is more like I've told myself I'm not gonna do this, so I'm gonna not do it. Will my ex low unblock me on Instagram and contact me? No. Sorry. And they're very stern about this. Their energy is very like when they say they're going to do something, by golly, they're going to do it. Like, okay, so I don't think so. Is Neil going to contact me? Oh, this is the one I just read. I think Lowly, right? Same energy. This is like I cut you off for a reason. Okay, so no, I don't think so. My name is Cynthia. Is Carlos? Oh, that went by so fast. My name is Carlos. Okay, is he happy? Oh, Cynthia. I'm feeling like this is to know about somebody that passed. I can't pull up those people right now just because honestly, I don't want to open the door. I feel like there's literally so many people trying to get in. I am going to say yes, though. All the cards I pulled for it was very positive. I'm taking in whatever feeling I can get too, because I do feel like they're kind of showing up. Yes, there's like I do feel like this person was a very soft-hearted person. They feel kind for the most part. Okay, so I'm gonna say yes, they're okay. I really don't want to open that door too much today. Okay, I apologize. If you would like to book a private session so we can do that one-on-one, it's just a lot easier. Okay. But also, I don't, I'm a psychic and then a medium. I hope that makes sense. The psychic stuff comes extremely easy for me. The mediumship is something that I have worked to put a lot of things in place. There were times, weeks at a time where I didn't get any sleep because I just had things visiting me, okay? Is there an evil eye on me? Give me 1 second because Spirit led me to this. No, a little bit of that is you. I hope it makes sense. Well, Al Sharik reap all the bad he's put out. Yes. Okay. It takes time. Okay. 1, 2. It takes time. Something moves towards them. I don't know if they start asking for things and they get very contemplative, and then they have to pay it back if they want things to go well for them. So yes. Does Darling want to fix things? Darling. They do. I feel like it's a struggle for them, though, to be honest. I feel like they want to fix things, but this is a sense of like, I don't know how. Okay, I don't know how. I don't know what to say. I'm almost afraid of the conversation, too. I don't know if this person's afraid of conflict. All right. I feel very tired and like I'm kind of scared to go into it, right? So this person might be afraid of conflict, so they just don't know how. You may have to start the conversation, okay? Guys, I'm going to ask a couple more questions. I'm going to answer a couple more questions. And then at 9 o'clock, I signed up for this TikTok thing. It's a battle when I'm going to get someone, okay? If you guys, I'm going to hop off after a couple more questions and then hop back on at about 9 o'clock to do a battle with this person that TikTok gave me. I'm just trying to learn things and have experiences. So I said, oh, I'll sign up for it. Okay. So if you guys want to rejoin me after that for that battle, I actually don't know what that means. I've seen it. I don't know how you win the battle. But I'll be in there just doing what I do and be doing readings and we'll be talking and things. Okay. But you can join again when I go live again at 9. So I'm going to pull 2 more people. Hey, it's Kiva. I'm actually going to do 2 more and jump off, but I'll be coming back on at 9 to do a battle with someone. And I'll still be doing reading. Sage sent heart. Oh, Mary Bell, will Gerardo and I get back together? Yes, I did. I feel like this person is always going back and forth. Right now, they're kind of being a hermit, though. So for whatever reason, they've secluded themselves, not just from you. I think everybody, they may be going through something, but I do feel like in this time, they're going to be changing. And I do think they try to come back. Will Quinn and I date long-term in the future? Yes, you do. Okay. I feel like this person is buried by something. Like they're carrying a lot of things right now. Family is coming up for me. I think my family issues may be very difficult at the moment. But I do want something that's a real relationship. Okay. So I do feel like they're going to come around. Is Ryan and Charles working together? I feel like they know each other. Ryan, Charles. Not, but I'm going to say be careful of Charles. Okay. I feel like that is a type of energy that would try to find the people that you know and work together. Okay. But they're not currently. Well, Quinn and I date long term in the future. Did I answer that one? I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes. Cards are still the same. Yes. It takes some time though. Okay. I'm also seeing money come up as well. So I do feel like they're in a stage right now where they're really trying to make something of themselves. Okay. I did. I thought so. That's okay. Okay. All right. So that was my couple. Guys, I'm going to jump off. And in 10 minutes, I'm going to jump back on. Okay. So you are welcome to join me. Thank you again. If you'd like a private reading, the link is in my bio. Okay. Go to my link tree. That first link to book is going to be right there. I still have a couple openings for this week. So, go ahead and book. I'm also an author. So if you'd like to buy my books, those are on my website as well. You can also purchase them on Amazon. What else should I don't know. What kind of things am I supposed to say? I have like courses and other books and things of that nature too on my website. So there's just a slew of things on my website you guys can check out. I will see you in about 10 minutes at 9. And you can, so there's a link in my bio. There's 2 links, not the one for whatever TikTok's other, platform is. But if you click there, it'll give you the 2 different ones. And then you want to do the link for my link tree, and then you'll be able to get to it. If for whatever reason you can't find it, just DM me, and between tonight and tomorrow, I will make sure I send it to you. But it is in my link tree. I will double check it though, make sure it's still working. Drea, I'm actually thinking about it. If I get enough interest for mediumship or any form of gift classes, psychic classes, things of that nature, then I would open up something, yes, because I do coaching, all right? If it's a one-on-one coaching class, that I already do, so yes, but I would like to do something that's group because I really want to keep building community, okay? Do you do free questions tonight? Yeah, Coco, I'll be back on in like 10 minutes. You didn't miss it because I'm going to come back on again, okay? I'm doing some sort of fighting thing with someone, a versus I signed up for. TikTok gave it to me as a recommendation, okay? So I'll be back. And I'll answer some questions again. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim, for being my moderator. You're the best. And I can kind of see your photo. You look like my little sister. Anyway, all right. I'm jumping off. I'll be back. All right. All right. See you in a few minutes.